Hello everyone! I'm here again in my veranda area. Today is August 20, 2025 and my location is in Silang, Cavite, Philippines. So I would show you or share with you my succulents that I find so beautiful, pretty and colorful today. Be- Before I start with our topic for today. So as I go around the veranda area. So my veranda area is where my succulent garden is, and it's an open space, no roof, no net, or no UV plastic that protects my succulents from direct sunlight or rainfall. So it is totally exposed to full sun and full rain. So if you haven't watched, guys, my two previous vlogs that I showed the succulent ID of this beautiful succulent, you can check it out in my channel. It's very pretty. You might want to look back and see. So as I go around this morning, it's very pretty to look at them, and I can't resist to share it with you how beautiful they look like. So some of the receipts are really wet because the rain has just stopped. So it's morning, but the rain has just stopped. So our weather here in Silang Cavite is really predictable. Sometimes in the morning it's sunny, but late in the afternoon it's raining hard until nighttime. Sometimes it's really gloomy, so sometimes we barely see the sun also. So it really depends, and I think that's why my succulents have this kind of color today. It's because they get stressed with the weather we have here, the unpredictable weather that we have here in Silang, Cavite, Philippines. So how I hope you appreciate also how beautiful they are, and I will be sharing a special topic today. Please stay with me until the end of the video. So for today's video, our topic is why succulents have different faces or appearance even though they have the same succulent ID. So I would explain and show some examples of my succulent with the same succulent ID but they differ in appearance, or they doesn't look the same at all. It's because of the color and the way the rosette was. Some are compact, some are not. So I would explain the factors that we can consider why it happened. This is only based on my observation in taking care of my succulents for 4 years. So I am not claiming that I am a succulent expert already. I'm just sharing with you guys what I have experienced, what I have observed here in my succulent garden. So let's start. The first succulent that I wanted to compare for today is the succulent Chloe. So this is my four pots of Chloe. You would notice there are two potted in a black tall pot, one in a plastic brown pot, and the other one is in a white pot. So the one potted in the white pot is my mother plant of Chloe, which means I got the cuttings from this pot and propagate it using the brown and the two black pots. So Chloe is one of the succulents that I can recommend for beginners. Why? Because it's easy to take care. They are not prone to mealybugs, fungus, and aphids. So in taking care of them, I have started collecting Chloe, I think 2 years ago, and the mother plant shows that how lush and beautiful it is. So I haven't experienced that my Chloe has mealybugs, fungus, or even aphids. So it's really also generous in giving offsets or babies. Later I will show you where is the part that Chloe where is the part that Chloe usually give offsets. So let's go back to the topic. So why this succulent Chloe have different looks? If you would see closely, this first pot is different from the mother pot because it only receive morning sunlight, so it's not that stressed. The rosette is not that compact compared to the other pots, but compared to the mother pot, it is more stressed in color, which have an orange touch of color. So this is my mother pot of Chloe. If you would see less stressed color, why? Because it only received morning sun, which is less than the first pot that I have showed you. So you would notice that the color of this Chloe is more on blue-green color with which has thin layer of arena. So I will show you where the offsets usually can be found, or so they are usually at the bottom part of the stem, matured stem. So you would see there are lots of offsets there, and soon I need to cut the bigger rosette on the outside part in order to give way to the offset or the babies that's coming out, so they can receive more sunlight. If I would not cut the outer rosette, they will not receive sunlight properly, and that would not be good because they might get leggy, or the spaces between their leaves might not be that, may become big and maybe far from each other. So it would not be nice to look at because it would not be compact, the main rosette of the succulent. So this is the look when your succulent is not fully stressed, the Chloe, and this is how my Chloe looks like when it is fully stressed. So why this pot looks like this? If you would notice, the compact of the rosette is very compact, I mean, and the color is somewhat orange, yeah, and you cannot see any blue-green color, just a little in the middle of the rosette. Why this pot have this kind of color? Because it is exposed to morning and afternoon sunlight, and the mother pot is only exposed to morning sunlight, but in the afternoon it only receives indirect sunlight. If you would notice, the rosette is also wet because the rain has just stopped when I started to create this video. So the next spot is somewhat getting close to the stress color, fully stress color of the Chloe, but you would see there's the blue-green color in the middle. This spot I have placed it from the morning sunlight to afternoon sunlight. That's why it's starting to adapt the stress color of orange, although it takes time to achieve the full stress. So I am not sure what is the stress color of Chloe when it comes to cold season, because I always see my Chloe whenever it's stressed, it becomes orange in color, just like this spot, the one that you see, the one with the more compact and orange in color. So I'm not so sure this coming bare month if it would change. So let's observe more what will happen to the Chloe. So even though these four pots have the same succulent ID, which is Chloe, they look different, or they have different faces or appearances because of the sunlight that they are receiving throughout the days. So even though they are exposed to full sun, but the direct sunlight that touching them also affects how will they look. So the next succulent that I wanted to compare today is the Echeveria silkbill. So this Echeveria silkbill has been with me for 3 years. I only have one pot of this, and I can strongly recommend this one to those who want to collect succulent, for the succulent beginners, because just like Chloe, they are so easy to take care as long as you know the basics of having the
drainable soil mix, potting it with a pot with drainage hole, and exposing it to full sun. As long as you go with a proper way of taking taking care of wood, taking good care of your succulents, you can propagate or you can make your succulents flush or you can propagate them in more pots. So if you would notice, they have this Echeveria silk will have different kind of stress color. Actually, I did not achieve now the full stress color of Echeveria silk veil because it has been raining every day, although some have, but it's very light. During the summertime, I really have a beautiful silk whale. So right now, they are some are starting to have a beautiful stress color that's like what you're looking right now at the video, but most of them are still green in color. Silk whale is also not much susceptible to any pests like mealybugs and fungus and even aphids. And they are very generous also in giving offsets at the bottom part of their stem, just like the Chloe. So the stress color of this Echeveria silk will usually changes. It depends if it's summer or cold month. So the stress color usually appears on the tips of its leaves. So during cold months, it's more on red, but in summer, it's more on orange color. So if you would look at it, it has really different stress color, or you would really notice that they are receiving different intensity of light they receive from the sun, shall I say. So some of the pots, especially the white pots, which has no stress color, is placed on the morning sunlight, direct morning sunlight. But the one on the black pot is exposed to afternoon sunlight, and the brown big pot is afternoon sunlight. So let's go to the next one. This is my pot of Aron Bay. So Aron Bay is also one of the succulent that I can suggest for beginners who want to take care of succulents like me. And if you would notice, there are different kind of colors of Aron Bay. Some are purple and some are somewhat getting orange in colors. So the two pots that you are looking right now are the first two pots of my Arun Pay, and I got the cuttings for the other parts from that two pots. So if you would notice, the rosette of the mother pot or the mother plant of the Arun Pay is more compact and more smaller compared to the newly propagated. So I got the cuttings actually from this pot. This is my mother pot of my Aron Bay, and I'm so happy that it's still surviving. So I just got this, I think, last year, the Aron Bay, but now I have lots of pots already. So I have to cut the rosettes and propagate it because I want to make a garden full of succulents here in my veranda area. So which is I am trying to achieve. Hopefully I can achieve it because I have lots already, but I want it to make it more full. So this is my propagation pot of Arun P. If you would notice, there's green on the inner rosette, and I just propagated it this March and April. The four pots of this Arun P was just propagated last March and April this year before the rainy season. So that's how lush and that's how fast the runway grow. And soon I can cut the bigger set on the outside part and to give way to the offsets that are coming out from the inner stem so that they can receive full sun or else they will become leggy also. So this is how it look like. So they have the same succulent ID, Arun Bay, but they look different, especially the size of the rosette. and the stress color. So it really depends on the sunlight that they are getting. So the next succulent that I'm going to show is the Sedum clavatum. So if you would notice, the Sedum clavatum, or the pot that you're looking right now, has more compact rosette, which is very chubby also. So I got this Sedum clavatum just last year, and this is also the other pot that I got last year. If you would notice, some of the rosette are starting to get stress color, but and chubby and compact rosettes of the Sedum clavatum. And this pot that you're looking right now is my propagation. I just propagate this pot this year, April, which comes from the last pot that I have showed, or that comes from the brown pot. So as well as this pot, which the rosette is not really compact as the mother plant where I got the cuttings. Why? Because this newly propagated pot this year, which I propagated last April, was placed in the morning sun, while the two brown pots that I have showed with which have compact rosette was placed in a afternoon direct sunlight. The other pots only receive direct morning sunlight. So they really look different in appearance, but they are the same variety, or they have the same succulent ivy, which is Sedum clavatum.
So my sedum clavatum is not that lush right now because it keep on raining and most of the leaves are falling off because of it getting too much mushy. But I'm still happy that in spite of it, that it's losing lots of leaves. Offsets are sprouting or are coming out at the bottom part of the stem, and soon I can cut the matured stem or the one with the big rosette, so I can propagate another part of my sedum clavatum. So in Echeveria, it also happens. This is the best example that I can give you. The succulent idea of this is Echeveria beauty lily. The the one with an open rosette or with a red tips is the one that I bought last year. It's 1 year old. This is my 1 year old Echeveria beauty lily under my care. The other one that is not really open is the one newly bought just this month of May. Yeah, but I can say it's already stable because I have placed it here in the veranda area already. And these two are placed side by side on the same table, receiving the same amount of sunlight throughout the day. But I think aside from the sunlight that they are receiving, it is also a factor why they have different faces or appearance is how stable they are, how well rooted they are in their pot. That's also a factor that affects their appearances. So again, I'm not claiming that I am a succulent expert. What I'm sharing with you is based on my observation on taking care of my succulents. So if you do not agree, well, I can't do anything about it. But if you do agree, well, thank you so much. So even in Nikiveria, I also observe that they have the same succulent ID, but they look different based on the sunlight and based on how well rooted they are potted. So the next example is this fire pillar. So before, the one potted in the big pot or the biggest size of my fire pillar was really stressed, the same as the small one. But right now, because it's too big and it's really getting too much water, the stress color on its tip has is now gone, and the other two half, yeah, especially this small one. So this small one is placed in the morning sun. The two pots, this brown pot also is placed in the morning sun. This one, the big one, was placed in the afternoon sunlight. But since it has lots of mushy leaves at the bottom and it's drinking too much water, so the amount of water that they are receiving also affects how do they look. Because supposedly if they get less water, the stress color will come out. But unfortunately, it's rainy season here in the Philippines. It's raining every day, so I guess this big pot is receiving too much water compared to the one with the small pot, and that's why it's losing its stress color on the tips, which is the red tips. So I it's fine with me, even though it's losing its stress color, as long as it is alive and striving to survive. Because after the rainy season, I expect this succulent to become more to have stress color after the rainy days. And after rainy days here in the Philippines, cold months is the next season, so I'm really looking forward to it. So the next spot, which is also located side by side in the same brown table, together with the beauty lily, this succulent is called Echeveria TP. So when I bought it, it's twin head, so I just cut it into two so that it can be a propagation. And I don't usually pot twin heads of Echeveria because it's hard to take care. So the big one doesn't have that much stress color, even though they are placed in the same table side by side, but the smaller one have more stress color. So on this pot, on these two pots, I cannot explain why it happens. So I use the same soil mix, newly premixed soil mix, which is composed of 50% lump soil and 50% pumice stone, with Osmocote as slow release fertilizer. But I don't know why the smaller one is much stressed. So another example of Echeveria, another example, I mean, of the succulent that have different faces and appearance here in my garden is the Orion. So these three pots are all Orion. So they have different stress color because this pot is exposed in afternoon sun, as well as this one is exposed to afternoon direct sunlight, but this one is only exposed to direct morning sunlight, although it receives indirect sunlight during the afternoon. Because my veranda area, I wanted to tell you that my veranda area doesn't have a roof or net or UV plastic to protect them from rain or even from the direct sunlight. So it only depends. One side of my veranda area receives direct sunlight in the morning, and the other side receives direct sunlight in the afternoon. So when it's afternoon, the other side will only receive indirect sunlight in the afternoon. But it's still an open space. So if you would notice, it's almost pink in color, but the others are really purplish in color. So Orion is very beautiful when it's dressed. And this is one of the Echeveria that I can also recommend for beginners. It has been with me for 3 years already. The one in the small brown pot is my oldest Orion. So another example is the Alba Beauty. If you would see, they are all Alba Beauty, the same succulent ID, but they have different faces or appearances. So let's take a look at it closely. So this rosette is very compact, and this one, the rosette is more upright. The leaves are really upright. And these are the babies coming from the white pot. So these two babies or two offsets, I got it from the Alba Beauty. from the white pot. So there are still some offset at the back. So I'm just waiting it to become more bigger so I can propagate it also. So propagation is also the key to make your succulent garden full of succulents. If you have time, if the weather permits you so, try to propagate and propagate. It's very important in order for you also to save the variety of succulent you have. So the last succulent that I will be showing is the Hero Wand. So this is the stress color of my Hero Wand now. So it's very beautiful in person. And this is the non-stress color. Actually, it's starting to get stressed already. It's only full green whenever it's not stressed. So I guess it's getting stressed because of the weather we have here in the Philippines, especially in Silang Cavite. The weather is really unpredictable. It's sunny, rainy, and most of the time it's really raining. So I haven't experienced it when the rainy season comes that the soil mix of my succulent or their pot has been dried. So they are always wet throughout the rainy season, starting from June until now. So, but they are surviving because of my soil mix. So there are lots more to share, but I don't have the time. So I guess that's the end of my video or my sharing for today. So I hope you like and learn something new from me today. So thank you for watching and staying with me until the end of the vlog, and see you on my next video. Happy gardening everyone, and God bless us all. Bye. See you on my next vlog.